Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman. Today, I am joined by, I guess he's a co-host. I don't know where you want to take this, where you want to put this. I'm joined by Derek.
What's up?
We are here to talk about AEW Dynamite. This edition for July 15th, 2020 was Fight for the Fallen. This was an interesting episode. We've got lots to talk about, lots of things to say about this episode. Some you may agree with, some you may not. If you guys do like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you comment down below if you're watching this video after the fact. I want to hear your comments. We'll have the live chat. We're going to get into it and talk with all of them as well. And yeah, we're going to get into this bad boy. So we're going to transition over into our intro, and then we'll gets it popping.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
And here we go. All right, guys. We are going to be talking AEW Fight for the Fallen. If you guys are watching, make sure that you guys let us know what you thought of the show tonight. We're going to start from the top of the show, work our way all the way through, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. And today's podcast, if you guys didn't know, is sponsored by Manscaped. You guys can go to manscaped.com, put in the promo code EPW Show, all one word, and get yourselves 20% off the lawnmower. This is definitely well worth it. We've got some new products coming in from Manscaped. They're sending them to us. So make sure you guys go get yourself a gift, man. Enjoy some. Do something for yourself this summer. And make sure you guys go and get something that's designed for premium growing grooming. Definitely well worth it. There's plenty of other things you guys can get. Ladies, you can get it too. Whoever is listening, this is for you. You guys can get one of these handy dandy, if I can grab this puppy, nifty Manscaped bags. Really nice. Still got the tag on it, but you guys can get one of these bags. Perfect for travel. Put all your stuff right in there. Looks nice. TSA friendly, by the way. Definitely check it out. Derek, how you feeling tonight, brother?
Feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. How about you?
We're hanging in there. I apologize, too, to anybody who listens to this on the podcast feed. The delay has been terrible, but I'm definitely blaming this on YouTube. It takes them like an entire 24 hours almost to process these videos, whether it's 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 45 minutes. I do them all live, so it takes them a really long time to process these. So absolutely sucks to have to deal with that.
Yeah, that we know times are tough right now, especially with everybody working from home, but there's gotta be a better system for that. It's gotta be.
Yeah, for sure. We got a lot of people in the chat we're going to talk to as well. But you know what? I want to give another shout out to my good friend Josh Burton, Everything College Basketball. If you guys like college hoops, he has a wonderful Facebook group that you guys can go in, talk classic college basketball, current college basketball. Go Tar Heels. Basically, that's it, man. Whatever, Derek. We're not even going to get into this rivalry. We may be at odds tonight talking about Fight for the Fallen as well. Who knows our thoughts on all of this. And Powerslam.tv, guys. If you want to watch some independent pro wrestling, same code, EPW Show. You guys put that in. 1 month of independent wrestling for free. If you like the service, try it out, man. I think it's worth the money. It's really fun if you want to check out some independent pro wrestling. So make sure you check them out. Rob said, tell YouTube stop being stingy with the bandwidth. I wish I could, Rob. They're on some stuff here. PR Nightmare is in the house, sick as well. Connor, what is going on, brother? Ace is in the house. B-Boy Skyline, what's good, Jordan? Jesus De Leon, what's going on, Jesus? We're doing good, man. How are you? Let's see here. Ace once again. Casey is also in the house. Gotta love my boy Casey Briggs. One of my favorites, man. Always enjoy having a conversation with him. Sick, if I didn't mention you, gotta give you Let me see here. Someone needs to give the writers of that main event a Manscaped kit. We're going to get into that, man, in a second here. Doug's in the house. Look at Doug. The Lawnmower 3.0 make your balls as smooth as Conrad's dome. You know what? If that's what it takes for you to buy one, go ahead, bro.
Slick.
All right. And I see people talking join the Derek order. So that means it's time to start this because we are not going to be having that. So tonight on AEW, guys, your commentary team for the evening, we had JR, Excalibur, Tony Schiavone not in the house tonight. He did not get his test results back from his COVID test, so I assume he stayed back at the hotel. Right. The results were a little slower. Don't know what the issue was, but Tony Schiavone not being there, you know what? Well-deserved night off, I would say.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistently there. So we prayers to Tony. Hopefully everything comes back good for him. Anybody else who's out, it is what it is.
Make sure you clean it before you do your head like Conrad. Hey man, listen, the cuts on my head, it's healing. It was bad, dude. I Ric Flaired myself. That was a bad gig. But no tears. And you know what? When you're bald, I cut myself on this side too the other day. It just happens, bro. Bald is beautiful. Bald is beautiful. So that's the commentary team for tonight. And the AEW TNT Championship match we start off with tonight. We had the American Nightmare Cody with Arn Anderson in his corner. Good old Arn, the coach, versus Sonny Kiss. This was a different matchup. One that some people didn't seem like they were too excited for, but they were making their way in there. They were trying.
Yeah, they were definitely doing what they were trying to do. I like Sonny Kiss. I think Sonny Kiss is a good wrestler. Sonny Kiss showed me some glimpses of him being, I don't want to say like he has the potential to be an elite wrestler if he gets out of his head.
I see what you're saying from a wrestling fan's perspective. I think Sonny Kiss started off really slow tonight. Like, Sonny Kiss looked like, you could see the nerves, is what I'm saying. Like, the nerves were there, but then eventually I was like, Sonny Kiss, you've done this so many times. And I think Cody and Sonny Kiss started, like, working with each other, and Cody laid in some pretty good shots, and then Sonny Kiss, like, woke up. Sonny Kiss was in there. If you like the axe kicks, the splits, Sonny Kiss was on point after that, and then he like fired up in this match. So I thought that this TNT Championship match was good. It showcased Sonny Kiss in a good light. I love the Jacksonville Jaguars entrance with the cheerleaders.
Yes, that was nice. That was very nice.
Very well done. Great use of it. A lot of this match, though, we got to talk about Cody. This show was weird tonight. So Cody was in this match, but you kept seeing shots of Tully Blanchard.
Yeah, Tully was like, I don't know what he was doing, or why they kept going to Tully like they were. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you think was happening?
Right. For what everybody keeps talking about, I don't understand why they kept showing Tully Blanchard. They even went behind him to get his view on the forefront of what he was doing. And I don't know. They were really focusing on that. The announce team made sure, like, tell this part of the story. Right. Tell this part of the story. So keep your eyes on that, people, when you're watching this. Now, when you also see this, man, I have to bring up that I thought it was good Sonny Kiss got an opportunity, and I think Sonny Kiss showed he needs to be on Dynamite more.
Yes.
It's kind of ridiculous that we haven't seen him in this much time. I think Sonny Kiss is a tremendous performer. He had to deal with some disgusting comments this week, and I'm glad a few pro wrestlers, especially Cody, stuck up for Sonny Kiss, because no one deserves to be talked to like that in 2020. That language was absolutely disgusting, and I still think Sonny Kiss is a hell of a performer. Going back to the Lucha Underground days as Exolicious, Sonny Kiss is good. I'm telling you, and I think we're going to see more of this in the future now. I think this has earned some, like, you get to be on Dynamite more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sonny's, like, I was introduced to Sonny Kiss when AEW started, so I didn't know anything about Sonny Kiss. Like I said, if Sonny Kiss can get past the nerves and getting out of his head, he can do great things. He just needs to have the confidence in himself and forget everybody that's around and just focus on what he's supposed to be doing.
I think Sonny Kiss showed the confidence tonight. Let me address a few things that are in here. Right now, we got Jesus. He said, "Hey, Derek and Conrad, quick question. What are your thoughts on AEW finally having the crowd wear masks?" It's about time, truthfully. Yeah. They should have been wearing masks throughout the entire time of doing this. Right. And I think they should continue to do that. Spread people out as far as you can. I mean, I get that there's going to be spots and things like that. They're going to have to come together. Cool, fine. Do that when you need to. But when you can, if it's applicable, have everybody wear the masks. Yeah. Even if you're in the upper sections, try to enforce them wearing the masks. But that might be like a state law problem because they're in Florida. Chill. We're in Florida, and yeah.
We're not even going to talk about Florida.
Casey, thank you for saying that my speech here shows great forethought. I appreciate that, brother. Let's see here. Ace said Cody made a few mistakes tonight. Let's continue into this match. So, Derek, Cody Rhodes goes for his crossroads. It gets reversed by Sonny Kiss into a crossroads for a near fall. And then Sonny Kiss hits a 450. That 450 was dope, by the way.
For someone his size, that it's nice to see someone do like a front flip, moonsault, whatever. But when it comes to someone doing it with the size that they have, it becomes a whole lot better than what it normally would be. So for Sonny Kiss to do that splash, that 450 splash, that was very, very impressive.
Yeah, hell yeah. Keep doing that move, Sonny. Now, Cody tonight, we saw some heel tendencies, and I broke this up on purpose for Derek. The push-ups was the first thing that started it. And I thought maybe he got aggravated because, like I said in the beginning, there was some nerves a little bit, and I think Cody was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to do some push-ups. Right. Kind of a jerk move. You know, we saw that from the man with the largest arms in the world, my man Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. He's got your hookup. Holla if you hear me. There was some arguing even with the referee. Yeah. Aubrey said Cody's foot was under the rope. Can I just say, excellent officiating. This is what I want AEW. Why can't we have officiating like this every single week?
I agree.
Pay attention to the little things. Mm-hmm. Don't let somebody, to me, in some of these matches, when someone's jumping off the top rope to do a hurricanrana to somebody that's not involved in the match, you don't need all that in the match sometimes.
No, you really don't.
I thought Aubrey did really well with that. Cody going back and forth with her was different.
It was very different. That's not something Cody normally does. Whenever Aubrey counts or whenever anybody counts, Cody's like, oh, I was only two? All right. This time it was more so like, I'm in your face, Aubrey. What was that? That should have been a 3 count. Not something we've seen from Cody.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm reading some of the comments in there in the chat. Yeah, dude, really different. And then the last thing, Cody gets Aubrey kind of distracted to go check on Sonny Kiss. Arn Anderson seemed like he didn't know what was going on. Cody rips the turnbuckle pad off, and it was like, what are you doing, Cody? Cody seemed frustrated tonight.
Yeah. Cody had the mentality of, I should be burying this kid, and it's not happening.
It seemed like I smelled desperation of a champion a little bit.
Yes. It was like, I need to win this match. I need to keep my title, and I need to show everybody who's boss around here instead of the old classic, he's a good old boy. You know, hey.
Hey, that's what it is, man. That's very...
It is what it is.
I gotta put that on a shirt. So, the turnbuckle pad got ripped off. It didn't really play into the finish. Eventually, Cody hits the crossroads. I call her Exolicious. Sonny Kiss, excuse me. Sonny Kiss eats the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Big victory comes out here. Cody gets the win, but it makes me wonder what's next. They mentioned Warhorse, by the way. If you watch the Fight for the Fallen preview, as Warhorse is someone who could be getting a shot. Derek, you've probably never seen Warhorse. We're going to have to pull this up after. This dude is like the ultimate warrior minus the juice. So, like, dude, this, and I mean that with as much respect as I can without laughing at Warrior, but
right.
Warhorse is a beast, bro, and he wants a match with Cody, and Arn and Cody brought it up, and I thought that was kind of cool. What about that kid, Warhorse? And then it cuts to like the next scene. So if he gets in there, man, I would love to see it. I think that would be dope.
Okay.
Ace the Empire said heel Cody is better. I gave you the design for that shirt, CJ. Hashtag it is what it is. I have it still, Casey. Casey giving away the secrets, man.
Come on, Casey. You can't give that away, brother.
We're making donuts here. We're making donuts. Yeah, I kind of agree. Heel Cody is interesting.
It is. It really is.
Cody is too much of a coward to face Warhorse. Knock it off, Rob. Knock it off. I heard him or Ryder. Zack Ryder could be on the list. I wouldn't mind that. See what he got. I want to see what he has. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Now, next up we have the Lucha Bros versus FTR. This was a tag team match I was looking forward to after the interaction last week. And I know that Jesus really wanted to hear the thoughts on this one. This was weird. So the match starts off with the pickup truck coming out. But the Butcher and the Blade are still driving the pickup truck in the all-white. Can I just say, the Butcher, best mustache in the game, bro.
Like
that.
Dude, I don't even know if I could have a mustache that big, dude. That's I get pissed trying to keep the hair down and going up my nose.
Bro, I don't even do thick beards, man. Like, what you got is thick to me. I couldn't handle that. Too itchy. So, when it comes down to this, the Butcher and Blade come out. They bring Lucha Bros out to the ring. Whatever. They do their thing here. Now, when I saw this match, Derek, I kind of want to overview of this because there's some great spots in here, obviously.
Yes.
But I want to say that I thought this match would have been a little bit more.
It should have been a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I think it should have been a lot more. I think it was very underwhelming.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say underwhelming. I think it was, here's the problem. This goes into, I'm going to use a perfect example of this. WrestleMania 34. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought we were going to get Wrestle Kingdom 10. We didn't. We got a match that was, it's not bad. It was good, but I expected great. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And I think with this one, it wasn't that it wasn't, I don't want to say it was bad, because it wasn't. It was good. I just wanted it to be a little bit better. Like, if we were putting grades on this, I'd have gave this like a B-.
Yeah.
And then I was expecting at least like a B+ from them.
Yeah. I you know what? I agree with that because you're looking at two top caliber teams and it just didn't deliver like it should have delivered. That's
right. We got Beans in the house. What's going on, Beans?
What up? What up?
Let me see here. PR Nightmare said, "Let's go, Conrad. No holds barred match. Me versus you. You set up the time and the place, brother." Six said, "Yo, the finish in this match was an old school, scandalous, dirty, underhanded finish." ... I love it. I loved it too. That was what I really thought saved this match and put it into like I really can't be mad at this match.
Yeah.
When you saw this, there was it was a mix of styles. It was listen, I'm preparing you guys now. Jim Cornette is going to say something about this, and he is going to blame the lucha style on this. I'm calling it now. That's what I think he's gonna say about it. Me personally, I just thought that the Lucha Bros, something looked off even in the beginning when they were trying to do like their usual setups where he catches his partner and then Phoenix flips over on him. Stuff just seemed off tonight a little bit, and I think it could have been a chemistry thing. There are rumors that FTR aren't popular backstage in the locker room. I'm not really trying to speculate too much. Maybe they were trying to stiff him. I don't know. Like, who cares at this point? Because eventually they did turn it on, and I thought that the match started to click a little bit more. Be careful when you guys are out there doing that. I don't know. I saw a couple spots where I just was praying like that nobody's leg was gonna snap or do something in this match.
Yeah, I agree. There had to be something behind this because the Lucha Bros aren't normally that shaky, or at least I haven't seen them that shaky. They may have messed up on like one move here and there, but this one just seemed too shaky for me. Like, it was just like, even when they didn't mess up, it just didn't seem like the strength or the energy was there for this match. Like, it seemed like FTR was doing what they would normally do, and the Lucha Bros were trying to do what FTR was doing, but couldn't do it because they still were incorporating the Lucha style. Nothing against that style, but I think with FTR,
I think you have to balance between what you both wanted to do. I don't know. Something wasn't there. I think if these guys work together again, give them more time, and I think something would be better. What I have in my notes here is never really got going until the end, and then try again another night. Nothing bad. I think this is let's do this match again on a different day, different time, different circumstance, and I think that we'll get something here.
Yeah, I think, to me, like, when I watch FTR, I like them, love them, but I think when you come to a match with FTR, I think you have to wrestle on their level.
That's what they want, though. That's the main thing that they want. They want you to participate in tag team wrestling. They want the tags. They want the spot. They use those spots to mean something, FTR. And I think other teams have to get with that. Because Lucha Bros were called out, if we remember, by Chris Jericho about not tagging. And we found that out later on, that Jericho said, yo, you guys got to start doing tags in matches or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Let me get into the finish real quick here. When it comes down to it, we saw some good stuff. We saw those kicks that Ray Phoenix likes to hit. Ray Phoenix is a star, I'm telling you guys. So is Pentagon, too. I think Pentagon doesn't get enough love out of the team. He was doing those swing arounds. He swings back in, kick. They threw him out again. He does another swing around, and when he finally gets into the ring, there's a little bit of action, and they snatch the mask off. I believe it was Wheeler, I think. I don't remember who did it, or maybe it was Dax Harwood. Dax was
had
the bald one, right?
Yeah, Dax.
Okay, Dax Harwood did it then. He snatches off Ray Phoenix's mask, rolls him up. Ray Phoenix can't kick out because in Mexico, that would be a disqualification. You are not allowed to remove a luchador's mask. But here in the States, the ref's letting it go.
Yep.
It's all good, but he had to cover up his face because that is a huge deal in Mexico. I like the out that they used here.
Yeah, that yet again, we go to something very, very different. And when you do that, you get something totally different. It's another finish to what you're supposed to have, instead of just having someone end a match with a finisher. You don't always have to end the match with a finisher all the time.
Exactly. Let me see here. Broken said F Jim Cornette. I see some people talking about one of the next matches. We will get into that next. Bean said first match between them two. Hopefully they can have some more matches down the road. I think they will.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to see more matchups with them.
I think the Lucha Bros will understand, like, all right, with FTR, we can't do all that high-flying stuff. We actually got to wrestle with them.
You know what? No, I think it'll be okay. I think it's just got to be more of an understanding between them. Like, look, we're going to do this. You're going to do that. It'll be fine. Muscle Cars, Hawaii, what's going on, man? Good to have you in here as well, brother. Yeah. So let's talk about the after the match stuff here real quick. So after the match, Butcher and Blade get out the car. They got the all white on. You see the car keys around the neck. Super kicks are delivered by the Young Bucks.
See ya.
They get the keys back. And after they get the keys back, they take them to the ring. Here comes Kenny Omega with a cooler. Cooler looked cheap as hell too, Kenny.
Yeah.
They get in the ring, though. They get the beers out for him. Kenny is trying to make up for pissing Hangman Page off. Like, come on, man. They offered us some beers. Why didn't you just take the beer, man?
Right.
And Kenny was like, maybe I was being a jerk about it. So he's trying to make up for it. And FTR aren't having it. They dump the beers on Kenny Omega. Kenny gets pissed. The Bucks are trying to hold him back. They get their car back and they walk off. Best part. They get in the truck and try to start it. They can't start the car. Dude, I'm sorry. But what happened there? And you could tell they look pissed right before they cut the commercial. Am I the only one who noticed that live chat?
No, I saw
Help me out, bro. I saw them try to turn the keys. He was like, what the hell? It's not starting. It's not starting. I thought it was gold, bro.
That was
freaking hilarious.
That was that Just the look on Wheeler's face was just like, yo, what is going on?
Yeah, he was like, why is this not working? Let's see here. Casey said that he hated my boys Butcher and the Blade just get whooped again in the aftermath. Casey, they're on TV. I can't be mad. You know, like, it could be worse. Could not use them at all. Bunch of different things here. Ace says super kick party tonight. 6 said Butcher and Blade dressing like they're in an R&B group. They're dressing like they're in a rock band ready to rock out to me. What you expect is a 4. Sick. Comment of the night so far. Oh, that was good.
Oh, we also can't forget, before FTR got out the ring, they did something a little special.
Oh, yeah. They threw up this to, I assume it was Tully. Yo, this means something, all right? I'm tired of playing the games on the show every week. This means something, bro.
Has to.
PR Nightmare says someone took that spark plug. Another Bob Holly reference tonight, huh? In the Sonny Kiss match, there was an Alabama Slam, and I heard Bob Holly's name mentioned. Love it. Bob, what should we do? Give me the belt. And then what, Bob? I beat everybody. Loved it on Bruce Pritchard's show. Yeah, let's see. Butcher and Blade are going to have that spark plug hanging around their neck now. They should do that next week. Like, yeah, we knew something like this was going to happen. Let's see here. Jesus said they got a match next week. Yeah, we'll get into that. Found on the road. Did. Let's see here. Jesus said they were teasing it the whole show. Bean said, haha, that can be used on Being the Elite bit where something doesn't start. You definitely got to use that on BTE if you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's get into the next segment here, which I think we're going to see some interesting thoughts, results, whatever on. Jericho with the Inner Circle. Jake Hager is back from his suspension after punching a referee. And P&P, Pride and Powerful. They are out there and they're just talking and talking. And Jericho comes out with orange juice in his hands. And I'm talking like that corner store orange juice.
Oh my
that
God.
good orange juice.
That's the orange juice that hits all the time.
It's not like the gallon jug. It's that one in between, that quart-sized jug. And him and Hager, Jericho gives his toast. It was wonderful. But he started calling himself the Demo God. So Jericho interacted on Twitter last week. And basically what happened was, we're talking about ratings for a second.
Right.
NXT won the ratings, but AEW has won the same ratings they've always won, which are the 18 to 49. That's the one they really care about. That's their demographic. Cool, get it. Overall, NXT won. Cool, get it. I'm not mad at either or. I love both shows. But Jericho comes out and people were like, oh, he's vanity searching his name. So he went all in on this and started calling himself the Demo God. And I know some people... Sorry, I just saw the Sick wrote, do ya? It just made me laugh. See, Sick, you distracted me. Jericho called himself the Demo God, and he's running with this now. And he has a drink of the orange juice. He said, this one is for you, Orange, and this one is, what did he say?
Oh, God.
I think he said something like you're dead or something like that. He dumps the orange juice out on the wrestling mat, and they're out there. Orange Cassidy comes out. This is the first time I really got to hear his music. What'd you think, D? You're the music guy.
I thought it was dope. I definitely thought it was dope.
I like the music, actually.
It fits the style of him coming out. His whole body language, everything. That kind of music hits the way it's supposed to hit, and it fits him perfectly. I like it. You don't like it, hey, that's up to you, but that's my prerogative.
I was going to do some Bobby Brown, but I won't. I won't. So, yeah. This was pretty funny. Orange comes out. He has his new music and everything. I thought there was going to be a run-in with the Best Friends. Not at all.
Nope.
Orange comes out. Jericho refuses to give him a rematch. He said, you're never going to face me again. He basically calls him a dweeb, a loser, Jerichoisms. And Orange puts the thumb up, but then he goes thumbs down. Some orange substance It could have been Kel's orange soda. It could have been orange juice. I don't know who dropped the screw in the tuna, but Jericho got doused in this orange drink with Hager and Santana and Ortiz. Let me give you this, bro. You took some great bumps in that juice. I don't know why he was looking forward to this. He was probably waiting all day like, bro, when I go out there, I'm going to take some bumps in that juice, bro. It's going to be great. Do you think that P&P 2 comedy?
No.
Two comedy? No. I feel it a little bit. Like, I'm like, scale back on it just a scotch. Because they had, like, that great thing. Remember with Santana and his father and the eye for an eye thing? Wink face. The idea of that wasn't, like, horrible. And I was just like, dang, man. There's something here with these guys. But the comedy is good, too, when they do it, man.
Yeah. I think Ortiz has... I think Ortiz has to keep the comedy, and then Santana has to keep the seriousness. So I think it can work if they intertwine the two, seamlessly. If they can do it that way, I think it'll work perfectly. I think they're just trying to figure out how to do it, be comedic at one point, but serious at the next.
Hopefully they can figure out the balance between that. I don't know. They came in so serious, and now it's just like completely opposite with them. Hopefully they can turn that around. Now, Casey was mad at the girl behind OC not wearing her mask properly. She was wearing it around her chin, I guess. Casey's got to come with instructions probably for some.
We're talking about Florida.
Chill. Let's see here. Rob says he hated this segment. Rob, we'll talk later on a personal level. All right, chill. You don't want the Kel's orange soda to get dumped on him. Broken said Santana might be allergic to orange juice. Ortiz is probably one allergic to it, taking them bumps. Let's see. Jesus said get them back to being a heelish tag team. I kind of agree, Jesus, with what you're saying. Who loves orange soda? Kel and OC loves orange soda. I like it, Beans. I like it.
I do. Ooh.
Who would have thought we were doing Nickelodeon references tonight? Let's see here. A little bit more of the bubbly for Conrad. PR, quit calling me out of my drink, bro. Have a little water. That's it. It's water. 6 that I love the tiger stance. So, yeah. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I think it's funny, but at the same time, I want better for P&P.
Yeah.
So Jericho is pissed after this. Jericho has to go to the commentary booth. His hair is soaked. I don't know what else to say. Like, Jericho was done. They handed him a Orange Cassidy towel, and they were like, don't look at the towel. Don't look at the towel. And it's his face. He's just like, damn it, this jacket cost $7,000. And he just gets mad, storms off. That was the end of that segment. Jericho joins the commentary team, and Taz, who was there, leaves to go get Cage ready for his main event world title match, which we'll get into later. Let's move on, D. We got the Jurassic Express next versus the Elite. This was my match of the night.
Yes.
I'm saying it right now. I thought this was the best match on the show.
It was.
I thought this was going to be the sleeper match last week, and I thought Lucha Bros and FTR would have been the best match. Not mad, though. You have incredible trios teams in this one. We have Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus get ready to take on the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Bro, gotta do it, man.
Exactly.
Casey said props to Jericho for sitting there all sticky for an hour. Dear God, I hope that wasn't orange soda. That's all I can say. Actually, orange juice would be sticky too, though. So yeah. It's a L either way for Jericho.
And I think the orange soda would be a little bit more stickier.
Right?
A little bit more sticky.
Rob said TNT cut to a commercial at the worst time again. Let me know what you're talking about, Rob, at what part of the match or segment. You know damn well Kel had a little bit more than orange soda in his drinks. Facts. Connor says that this was a fun 6-man tag. It was. In this match, my top note, Jungle Boy was on his shit. I don't care what anybody says. Jungle Boy was on his shit tonight. He started off, Jungle Boy will arm drag your ass on concrete, bro. He did. He arm dragged from wherever he was at any time, any cost. I thought he was great tonight, bro.
Yeah, another display of technical wrestling with a little bit of high flying. Jungle Boy is definitely on his game. You know, he's doing what he needs to do to perform. Eventually, I would like to see him in more singles matches. So I think, like, I'm not saying like take him out of Jurassic Express, but start giving him some individual matches.
Hold on now. What up, Brandon? I saw you in here as well too. I forgot to say that if I didn't mention it before. When you were talking about the Jungle Boy being the one, I like Jungle Boy, but I think Luchasaurus has something too. That's the weird thing. Like, I love them as a team right now, and I don't think it's time to break them up, but I do think Jungle Boy is a future person that you're like, yo, this is who we're building around. This is the guy. Yes. And I think Luchasaurus has something, but I think Luchasaurus needs to come first. As far as, he's got the size, it just fits, man. And this match had so many different dynamics in it. It was fun. This Destroyer. We have to talk about this. So last week we got that crazy Destroyer with Nick Jackson, Ray Phoenix. This week we got one with Marco Stunt and Matt Jackson. Dude. Wowzers. Yeah. That's all I can say. The corniest thing I think I could say. Wowzers. Like, bro, I don't know how they did this, but I don't know. They're just doing like these cheerleader like style pyramids and just doing destroyers off of each other now at this point. And right before that, Marco got dumped on his head onto the stairs, onto that ramp that connects to the ring. Yeah. Bro, this match was crazy.
It was. This was definitely best match of the night. That Canadian Destroyer, that's like one notch down from last week.
Yeah, dude, that was shit, man. That was crazy. Like, this wasn't as good as last week's. Last week's was just great. I don't know why that one just fit better, but this was dope too, man. Yes. Just when you're getting tired of seeing Destroyers, they figure out a way to kind of make them new. Now let's chill out on them. Let's have some respect for my man P.D. Williams. Maple Leaf Muscle, let's show some respect.
Stick with the wiki.
Jericho was going crazy in this match as far as that goes. Kenny Omega was on his stuff in this one too. Kenny Omega was really focused. V-triggers all around at one point. Right. I like the fact that Marco was in trouble and Luchasaurus covered him up at one point. Like, Luchasaurus is kind of the dinosaur who wouldn't let anything happen to his friends. Right. I like that. I don't know. It was like a compassionate moment. I was like, oh, look, that's pretty cool that he stuck up for his boy. He ate a V-trigger for it, but, you know, you do what you got to do.
The man from Winnipeg is winning.
So, another thing, two of my favorite moves that the Jurassic Express do. Derek's just saying all the Jericho-isms in this match. I like when he sits on the top rope and then his feet are on the second rope and he jumps in and does that DDT. Yes. I love that move, and I also love the triple team move where they set up Marco, yes, push him around, and then I almost called him Jungle Jack. Jungle Boy pushes his legs around into a tornado DDT. I love that move when they do it as a group.
That is a great tag team move. That is a great tag team. You know, we haven't really seen great tag team moves in a long time, and this is probably one of the best I've seen in a while.
Ace said Marco Stunt should go down as the best superstar of all time. Somebody said Jinxies. Love it. Dude, yeah, man. Match of the night, Ace says for him, and he said Dragon Suplex City. Yo, everybody. I thought they weren't going to let Luchasaurus get Dragon Suplex. Everybody got Dragon Suplex. Kenny was on his stuff tonight, bro. I kind of groaned when they tagged Marco in because I was like, oh, here it comes. Yeah. It's like the Enzo Big Cass matches, man. It's the same thing. When I used to see the tag to Enzo, I'm like, ah, oh, here it goes. Yep. It's done. Ah, another Keenan and Kel reference.
Yeah, there you
go. Dude, so they eventually get in the ring. They go back and forth. Marco got out of the first one-winged angel and one-winged, as some would say. He got out of it, and he eventually gets caught again. I don't know why they abuse this kid when he's in the ring, bro. Kenny Omega didn't even hit V-triggers on him. He just big booted him. They were slapping him. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah. You gotta do my boy Marco like that, man.
Dude, he's the Spike Dudley of AEW. They just do him dirty. He gets put up though for the one-winged angel. Kenny Omega lands it. Looks atrocious. Not atrocious as in bad. Like, it looks atrocious to take because Marco looked like he was done.
Yes.
Kenny gets the victory for his team. I know that we didn't talk much about the Young Bucks. Nick and Matt Jackson delivered in this as well. I thought they did a good job making the other talents look good throughout this while keeping Kenny strong. Kenny gets the win here, but after the match is what everybody in the chat's talking about. Oh, yes, and thank you, Jesus. That triple Tiger Bomb, though, that was nice. The Tiger Driver 98 beautifully hit on Luchasaurus, who's too damn big to be getting that move done to him regular. So, after the match, Kenny Omega started to pound on, like, Marco Stunt. Like, he started punching him in the face. Everyone's like, yo, what are you doing, Kenny? Right. And the Bucks went over and were like, yo, chill out. And Kenny kind of had this heelish way. Chat, tell me how you're feeling about this. Derek, I'm coming to you first.
I like it because it gives me a chance to see Kenny Omega in a different light. For so long, he's been pretty much, besides Cody, the golden boy. You know, he's been the straight and narrow path kid who's like, all right, I'm showing respect to everybody.
That baby face.
Yeah, but now people are starting to really piss me off. People are starting to slack on me. Now it's time to show them why I am who I am.
Yes, Sick just brought up the cleaner.
Yep.
Heel Kenny. What's going on, Mr. Ali? Good to have you in here. It's teased the heel turn. We're getting soon. Connor says the cleaner is back. Casey says I'm here for it. Heel Kenny is awesome, Ace said. Yeah, dude. This is potential to be super wild.
Yeah. Oh, we can't forget. Hangman Page.
Yo, that man was drinking. Bro, can I just say this? The man poured himself some, what did you call it again?
Oh, damn, what did I call it?
The Wiki?
Oh, yeah, the Wiki.
He was going in, bro.
He had that, the Wiki.
He had it filled perfectly, and when he had that soda, I think it was a Coke.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a Jack and Coke or whatever,
Listen,
but
he topped that off perfectly.
Dude, he dumped it perfectly. It was just like, done. And then they had all the cups around him like he's been drinking, and then here come FTR palling around with them, and I was like, oh, they just disrespected your friend, but you're having some drinks. So this is progressing nicely. I think we're gonna see ourselves the FTR versus Omega and Page tag match.
Yes.
I like where this is going. This has some potential. It seems like Cody's out the loop. Like Sick brought it up before. Cody's out the loop. I also feel like at the same time, while Cody's out, here comes Kenny now with this. Page isn't even involved. What happens to the Bucks? There is, I don't know. I don't know what I want to say about the Elite, man.
The beginning of the end.
Sick said these heel turns are random as bleep, in his opinion. It just happened. I say with Cody, no. If you were, I don't know if you were on one of these shows, Sick, but I mentioned Cody has always been kind of the middle ground. Yeah. Think about it. Cody has pulled his wife kind of into the way. When Brandy gets knocked down, he continues his matches. Notice, when people come out, heels come out on one side, faces come out on the other side. Where does Cody come from? The middle. Heels also always have chest hair. Peep Cody tonight. Yep. Coming out with the hairy chest.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that Cody's been doing that I'm just like, okay. And we've been saying it for weeks. 4 weeks that they've been throwing up this sign. And something is happening amongst all of this.
Yes. Something's
brewing with the Elite, but I don't know where that puts the Young Bucks. Page is kind of his own rebel, and maybe they're just trying to find a nice way to not break up the Elite, but kind of
silently disperse them.
Yeah, they don't need to be together all the time because then people will say, "Why didn't your friends come and help you?" Maybe I'm going this way, you go this way.
Right.
Everyone does their own thing.
And have you noticed Matt hasn't really been there to kind of keep them cohesive?
Who, Matt Jackson?
No.
Who you talking about, Hardy?
Yeah.
I think because he's with Private Party. See, he got pushed over to doing that. That's a good point. We are getting a triple threat for the tag titles at All Out. Who's the other team then, Jesus? The Bucks? Maybe. The cleaner is back and better than ever. Bad news for the men's locker room. Doug says FTR and Hangman versus the Elite in 2 to 4 months, he says. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. It'll be interesting, too, to see if the Bucks ride with Omega. Because they've always stuck with him. Like, if he turned heel, they turned heel. If the Bucks... Think about a perfect example. Adam Cole, when he got kicked out of Bullet Club. They were friends with him. They're like, no, you guys got to trust Adam. And then they were the ones who super kicked him out for Kenny. Because they were like, oh, Kenny said you're out. You're gone.
Right.
And then that's what started the Adam Cole's dead stuff. But yeah, that's what it is, man. It's going to be interesting. I'm here for the ride right now. So
Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
So,
beginning of the end.
Yeah, you may have been right. We'll see.
Remember who called this.
We'll see. It hasn't happened yet. Once it's happened, you can take your bragging rights.
Oh, I'm taking them now.
What about the Dark Order? Because they rank number 1. We'll see. I think they're going to get a tag title shot eventually. They kind of have to, right?
Can't speculate on that.
Hey, not mad. I think they kind of have to, though. Next, we get an interview with Alex Marvez and Sheeta. So, I saw some people on Twitter saying, like, oh, they haven't done enough stuff with the women tonight. Apparently, out of the top 5 contenders for the women's title, 4 of them are out, injured, hurt. Something's up with them. Some type of circumstance. Sheeta says she's willing to take on all comers. So, I'm telling everybody now, if the person who gets the next title shot isn't the number 1 contender, if it's not Nyla Rose, don't be surprised.
Right.
I think Nyla's going to get the next title shot at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Sheeta Nyla Rose at All Out rematch.
Right.
Gives you some time to build up some other characters. I also think we're going to get Britt Baker and Big Swole. There's work to be done there. Yeah. So, when we get down to it, Sheeta says she's taking on all challengers, so stuff is happening with that.
Happening.
We got a really good Moxley promo. It was real quick, simple, to the point. Looked like a camera guy was just outside. He follows him. He's like, well, you're wondering what's going to happen with me and Cage tonight. And Moxley basically told you what his focus of the match was going to be. Cage had just torn his bicep. If you guys remember, Impact was speculating he was going to be there. Speaking of Impact, this Saturday, Derek will be watching Impact Wrestling Slammiversary. Make sure you guys are live on the channel for that one. And if Derek talks badly about it and it was a good show, please feel free to let him have it. But as long as we got that quick promo in, the idea behind him bringing up Cage's previous injury, I like that. So that was part of the match, part of what was going on with it. Was Cage fully healed? Who knows? But it was a weakened part of his game. I like that they focused in on that and tried to make it a real fight aspect to that match. Now, as far as Moxley being back, it was cool to see him. And we'll get more so into that once it was time, but I thought that was a good promo.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. It did what it was supposed to do.
Let us, Casey, what is Impact? You knock it off, good sir. I'm in the Derek order, don't tell Conrad. I mean, I'm on Team Conrad, don't tell Derek. Come on, Beans. That's all right. You can be in both. We don't judge here.
Nope.
Next up, we had ourselves a quality women's tag team match of the Nightmare Sisters of Brandy and Allie with Dustin sporting a new face paint. I liked it though.
Yeah.
With the I don't know if it was like white or silver.
I
with
want
the
to
red.
say I want to say it was white.
Yeah,
it was white.
Yeah. So this was a pretty quick matchup here, and to me, this was a basic squash match. You had MJ Jenkins and Kenzie Page in this match.
What?
Is that what you thought of this match? Just snack time? That's what it is? Like, yeah, well.
Pretty much.
It was a squash, though. You had Kenzie Page and MJ Jenkins. They were in here basically to lose the match. Brandy got her spear in. They're teasing this storyline with QT Marshall. This has to be going somewhere. I feel like this is still the setup for the Butcher and Blade. I know that they're in a bad situation in Casey's mind right now, but I think this is setting up for them to come back. Cool. I got nothing else to say about this.
I got nothing to say.
Impact is the show slightly crappier than WWE. Come on now. Impact's not always bad. It's not always bad. Are you going to run a contest for me to win on Twitter so I can watch too? Doug, go tweet at Fight TV and tell them to give your boy a code. That's up to them, man. If they send me a code, I will gladly do it. Derek's low on potassium. Get off his back. All right, man. Yeah, like I said, tweet at Fight TV or at Fight. I think it's FITE, and tell them give at EPW Show some Impact Wrestling codes. You cowards. Do it. So next we get the action figures commercial. I thought it was cool, reminiscent of the I think what they were going for was that 80s. I don't know if you remember these, Derek. Mm-hmm. The like Roddy Piper and the Rockers and all them. This is the WWF. It's like being in the ring. You guys remember they would like pound on the table and shake it and stuff. And they would show off their cool moves. This one used some stop action motion, which is very popular here on this platform, YouTube. They show people doing the crossroads, super kicks. And August 3rd, these superstars or action figures will be in, I shouldn't say superstars, these wrestlers will be in Walmart. I think it's pretty dope. I kind of want that big ring, man. The monster ring.
That's actually, that's what every wrestling ring should be when you think of action figures. You know, it should be, you don't want to sit there going like this. You want to have space. Right. I think having a big ring is what it's supposed to be. It is what it is.
Stop it. So I think that these action figures look great. I hope people go out and buy them, man. If you enjoy action figures and AEW's your thing, try them out, man.
Exactly.
We want the AEW video game to come out next. Hopefully we get that, Ace. I think we'll hear something hopefully sooner than later about it. I hope so. Fingers crossed. And we go to Nyla Rose's major announcement. Nyla Rose, I thought Nyla Rose was not going to give us anything. By the way, I don't know who botched the music. I caught it. I caught it in the beginning that you played the wrong song for like a blip and then you changed it. Mm-hmm. It's fine. It's live TV. It happens. I was cool with it. Nyla comes out. And she gets into the ring, and she kind of says, "I'm not gonna tell you what my announcement is or who the manager is gonna be for me." This goes back to last week. She teased having a manager. Who's it gonna be? And it was exactly who we called last week. It was Vickie Guerrero. She comes out. Excuse me. I think they should have went a different route with Vickie, and I still hope they do. I think Vickie should be businesslike in this role.
Yes. I agree. Vickie should. I don't think she should do what you would expect from a manager to do. Everything needs to be done cohesively, and everything needs to be done business-like.
Exactly. I think that Vickie would be perfect in. I'm trying to think of her name in WCW. Alexa York, who was Marlena in WWE or WWF. At the time, she had a gimmick where she was kind of like they ran a corporation. The York Foundation had I know I'm going way off of like old school stuff. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. It had Ricky Morton. They had Terry Taylor. They had, I think at one point they had a computer or a laptop that would tell Terry Taylor what move to perform. That's what they were trying to go for. It's super cheesy. Right. So I think they need to go that route though, to where Vickie Guerrero is the best business agent in pro wrestling. Right. And you develop this personality, and maybe you base it off of Barry Bloom or somebody. If you don't know who that is, Google it. He's actually a real agent for wrestlers. And you just have her go in there, and she is a top dog. She says no. Like, you show negotiations with Nyla Rose's contract, and maybe you have a segment backstage to where, I don't know, QT Marshall or one of the coaches are like, look, management asked me to speak to you about this. They trust me to speak to you about this. And Vickie's like, no, that's not enough money. I want this in the contract, this, realistic things that you could do. And I think you would have a better opportunity with Vickie. Maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but I think that's what they should do.
No, it brings a different dynamic. It's something different, instead of just having the same old thing,
I'm laughing at Rob. Just when I start randomly laughing, it says something else in the chat.
Business Vickie, because Vickie can play that role. She has the She has the personality to do it. She has the charisma to do it. So business type Vickie is very welcomed if they do it that way.
Like Doug said, the Vickie needs a new shtick. Excuse me is meh to him. I think yes, it's fine to start off with, but I think we really could transform Vickie into something else with this.
Well, you know, that excuse me is very meh. It's old now. Let's go. You can keep the same excuse me, but excuse me.
Not even that. It could be they give her like that. We said that scene. You have a bad contract offer, and she goes, "Excuse me." I just said that this, and then it's "excuse me."
Right.
And then maybe you could have something where she says it, and Nyla attacks somebody, like get him.
Right. Exactly.
And then Nyla could do, her classic lines like "Found your kendo stick, bitch."
Right.
Something like that. Casey said, "Show me the money. You had me at hello." Jocelyn, what is going on? Good to have you in here, Miss Jocelyn. She says, hopefully Vickie managing Nyla will be her becoming a 2-time champ. It could be.
I think it will.
It could happen at All Out. I think Nyla and Sheeta could trade the belt back and forth right now.
Yeah.
They're the top two. The question is, you got to just be careful how many times you do that match before it gets kind of tiresome.
Right.
Broken says she still got her WWE gimmick. Maybe. Rob said 3-minute warning. I'm down with that. Like I said, you call the line, and then Nyla destroys.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's a referee, if she's in the office, someone's getting powerbombed through a table. I mean, you could just dish out suspensions to Nyla, and Vickie laughs about it afterwards. That cackle. You could do a lot of things with this. Put me in the creative room, baby. Let me work some magic here.
I would like to see Nyla go on like a rip through AEW, treat like how Paul Heyman's got Brock. You know, let her go on a tear. Let her attack everybody.
Yep.
If Vickie has an issue with, let's say, Cody, have Nyla come in with a weapon, just like
until Cody throws up that 4 fingers. Get her. I kid, but yeah, you could definitely do something with that, and it can enhance storylines. Like I said, the women need something more to do, and I know Sheeta did the whole, I need competition tonight, and I love that promo from Sheeta. I love Sheeta. I don't know what it is about Sheeta. There's just something so likable about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. PR said, what?
It is what it is.
Cut this guy out of here right now. Cut it out. Shout out to Joey Gladstone. Watch Nyla go on a tear through 2 women still there. Jocelyn said, thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. Oh, I got you, girl. No problem. I thank you for watching us. A said doomsday for the women's division. Could be. Let's talk about next week. Now, next week, here's what we got lined up for ourselves. We got Cody defending the TNT Championship. Could it be against Warhorse? You never know. There's a lot of good names. I wouldn't mind seeing David Hart Smith. There were so many good names that you could throw in there. Some people have even suggested maybe Flying Brian Pillman Jr. You know, you could put him in there. Many upon many. Casey had a good one for me. We were talking earlier this week. He brought up the Masterpiece, Chris Masters.
Ooh, okay.
Put the Masterpiece in there. Always good, man.
Who is he at?
I don't know. I think he's just doing independent wrestling in the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Come on with the results. I'm coming, Ricky. You're late to the party, bro. 10 o'clock, bro. We're at the main event now. Cody will defend the TNT Championship. Adam Hangman Page versus 5 is happening next week. We also have Ivelisse versus Diamante. I like that matchup. I was begging for Ivelisse to be on television, and she's getting another chance. I want to see Ivelisse signed to AEW. I already know how good she is. Let it happen. I don't know what's the holdup. I know some people said there could be attitude problems. I don't give a shit. Sign Ivelisse. And I also like Diamante as well. I think they could even be possibly a team or a faction. Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Or they could go at it with each other if they have a good match next week. I'm interested in that match. MJF will be in action. They also have announced a Falls Count Anywhere tag team match. We have the Young Bucks taking on The Butcher and The Blade. That should be good. Jericho and Hager will take on Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. That'll be another good matchup, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Lots of fun here. Cody versus Derek next week? Definitely not happening. Definitely not.
You never know.
Let's see here. Diamante needs to get signed. I agree. Anyone but MJF. I love MJF. PR Nightmare. How much would? I'm not even reading that. I can't believe I just read that. Come on, PR. Ricky, if you didn't see any of the matches here, I'll give Ricky the rundown real quick. Cody Rhodes defeated Sonny Kiss. We also had FTR defeat the Lucha Bros. Jericho and Inner Circle had a pretty dope segment with some orange juice, we'll say. Jericho joined the commentary team. We also had what I thought was match of the night, Jurassic Express versus the Elite. Really good match. The Elite got the victory here. And check out the after effects of the match. Kenny Omega kind of turned on Marco Stunt. And there was a squash match here with Brandy and Allie. And now we're at the main event for the AEW Championship. We've got Jon Moxley defending the title against Brian Cage. Taz in the corner. He came out with the FTW Championship. If you guys don't know what it stands for the win. Just kidding. It's F the World. This belt goes back to ECW days. Great lineage. If you guys don't know about it, look it up. It was kind of a belt Taz just had made because he felt he was the uncrowned champion at one point. So, yeah, that's where the FTR title comes from. In this match, though, Derek, what did you think? Cage showed a lot of strength in this one. Were you impressed by Cage? This is your first time seeing him in action, like in a competitive match?
Yeah, I was definitely impressed. He's very nimble for a guy of his size. You know, his stature, you wouldn't think like he was that nimble and can move like that, but
He used to be a cruiserweight.
I still don't believe it, bro.
All right.
I don't believe it.
Google
man.
it. Brian Cage was a cruiserweight.
So how you get that big, dude?
No comment. Lots of hard training, eating your vitamins, drinking milk, saying your prayers, brother.
You got it.
And lots of chicken.
Lots of chicken, lots of protein. Pump with protein.
But Cage looked good in this match, I thought. How about Moxley to you? I mean, he's been out of it for 2 weeks.
You know what? Moxley still looked like he didn't miss a step. I actually like the fact of what he was doing was focusing on the bicep of Cage. So it's the first time I've seen Moxley do what something different outside the box. I've never really seen him focus solely on one aspect of a person's body.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that he went kind of like an MMA route. Yeah. But at the same time, though, cool. A lot of wrestlers incorporate it. Why wouldn't he lock on a Kimura lock if he knows how to, or arm bar? Right. It made sense. Like, okay, Cage. And I like that they kept the fact that he could not hit the
paradigm shift.
Yeah, I don't know why I almost said Dirty Deeds. See, it's still stuck in my head a little bit. Gotta erase that from your memory. The paradigm shift. He just couldn't lock it in. They teased it, but Cage is too big. I think this could lead to a rematch or a tag match down the line. Very good here. The ending to the match. Now, I know a lot of people were like, this sucks. People were saying that this sucks. Rob says, CJ, show Derek the message I just sent you. Oh, proof. That was Cage.
Proof of that protein chicken. That's what that is.
Hold on, everybody. I gotta bring this up so you guys can see it. Hopefully, it focuses in on this. Hold on. I gotta switch screens to make sure that we can see this. All right, we're gonna zoom in. That was Brian Cage at one point. Not on the screen, but that was Cage, and that's him now. So, feast your eyes. Cage was a cruiserweight at one point.
So who gave him the protein?
Maybe he started working out harder though, because he looked completely different. Yo, bro, you can't assume everybody's on the gas. You don't know that.
That looks like gas.
Look, man.
That looks like gasolina.
Look, let me say this.
Gasolina.
Brian Cage is one of the most athletic people I've ever seen, like, at his size, do the things that he does.
That's true. I just don't think it's 100%. No disrespect. I mean, hey, you do what you got to do.
You find him at Derek Shelton on Gmail, Yahoo, wherever he is. You can send him your hate mail.
Hey, I'll gladly accept it.
Jesus says, love the different style of Moxley. He said he wanted to do some more MMA stuff on a podcast. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Jocelyn says, Mox played it smart, and Broken just said, wow. Yeah. Cruiserweight is technically anything under 205. He was way smaller back then.
They don't look like 205.
He maybe.
Nah.
Back in those days, it was 215, I think, or 220.
Bro, I was 210 and I wasn't. I was still smaller than him.
Jocelyn says, my husband said Cage should play Wolverine.
I mean,
I've seen him with the claws before, though, in Impact. See, you're missing out. Good stuff.
I'm not missing out on that trash.
Gasolina. See what you started. Derek's got good taste in music.
See?
He wasn't in the thread earlier. He disappointed me when I asked for good music picks in the group. We have a great Facebook group, by the way. If you guys are on Facebook, just join the link tree. We have a private group. No one sees all the messages. We talk wrestling in there. We talk non-related wrestling things, too. Come on in. Join the fun. Twitter, too. Follow me at EPW Show. You guys can see all the stuff down below. Join us. Yeah, dude. Really good match. So eventually, he locks in like a Kimura lock on him. And Taz threw in the towel. Now, some people didn't like this, but let me go on a miniature rant here because I told Derek this was coming. Bro, wrestling fans can't be mad. So, if Cage would have tapped, would you still take Cage as serious? I'm asking you guys.
I wouldn't.
So, were you okay with Taz throwing in the towel?
I was okay with it because Taz is saving his prized possession. Like, dude, you just were on a 5-month stretch trying to recover from a bicep tear. I can't afford for you to get hurt again.
It made sense. And I know some people didn't like this. I get it. We just kind of had a towel throw in with MJF and Cody back at Full Gear? Yes, at Full Gear.
And another one with Dustin Rhodes and Lance Archer.
Oh, yeah, big fact. So that's 2 towels being thrown in. But I think it saves you from tapping out. I get it, dude. It's just a weird situation all in all together. I know some people didn't like it, but you can't have it both ways in wrestling. You can't say like, oh, well, I don't want the guy to tap, but at the same time, I don't want him to do this.
Right.
Are there better ways to book it? Maybe, but I feel like they wanted to leave this open for interpretation. Taz was protecting his investment, and at the same time, this keeps Cage kind of like, yo, I can beat this dude still. Trust me. I was just hurting bad.
Right, exactly.
Let's see here. So, Cage tapping would have made him a joke, and it would have been way worse, Jesus said. I felt like some people would feel that way. Casey says, but why isn't Cage mad at Taz? Dude mentally should be that he can overcome and still win.
I mean, I get it. I mean, you could go both ways with that. You know, he was caught up in... well, I'll address that after we finish.
Bean said it's fine. It can even be used down the road if Cage needs to turn face and ditch Taz and bring this up. Exactly. Could have been something that was used later on down the road with this. So, after the match, we're waiting. Everything's happening, and then the lights go out. As Cage is getting up, who appears on the top rope, Derek?
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin with a skateboard in hand. He pops Cage right in his throat. I thought it was perfect the way he did it. It was very ECW-esque. What's going on? Because at first we were looking at everybody like complaining about stuff. Like, oh, I didn't like the ending to it. And I'm like, yo, what are you complaining? Lights went out. Derek's eyes were glued to the television set. I should have took a picture of it. Derek was like, yo, hold on. Something's happening. And then you see Darby Allin just flying skateboard to the throat. Cage is down. Taz gets him to retreat. You have Moxley and Darby Allin in the ring. I just had bad flashbacks of Sick when he was talking about the ghost of Darby Allin. Go find that episode in the archives. When Darby Allin ate that top rope paradigm shift. Jeez Louise.
That's probably going to be the Hall of Fame paradigm shift.
Ace said Cody didn't throw in the towel for the Dustin match.
Oh, okay.
But the towel was teased though.
The towel was teased. Yeah.
It was just a reference to the towel. Here's Casey with the Darby Allin yell. He brought that up. Those pants. Jocelyn says Darby as well, and Jesus said, "Man, wish it was the debut of EC3." We'll have to see what happens with EC3. Those contracts are coming up real soon.
Yeah. So, now I don't remember what I was trying to address because I had to wait for the Darby Allin part of it.
My bad.
That's all right.
Life is ruined.
Yeah.
If you remember, we'll bring it up. But tonight's AEW show, guys, that was the end. It goes off the air with Moxley and Darby Allin looking down at Cage. Taz is holding him off with a bunch of referees holding him back. I think we see a tag match soon.
Yeah. I think it was. I was going to address the fact that I think what Casey was saying, how Cage wasn't. It didn't look like he was upset when Taz threw in the towel. So I guess in my own world, I would say Cage is caught up in the moment.
And Taz is his mentor, kind of. Maybe Taz already has the respect. He's like, look, trust me. You wanted me to do that tonight. We're gonna come back and come back harder.
Right, because there were camera cuts where you couldn't really see anything between the two. Like they kept flashing back over to Mox, flashing back over to Darby. So we don't know if he was telling them like, chill. I did this for a reason. We don't know how angry he was.
Jesus said Ricky Starks and Cage versus Moxley and Darby. I think that'd be a good match, Jesus.
Yeah, I think that I would agree.
Oh, Rob said 6 out of 10 with a weak thumbs up for him. What do you think, D?
I get like a 7.
I'm just going straight thumbs up. I just asked thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
I say thumbs up show this week. If you watch Dark, you understand why I say Ricky. I saw Dark, Jesus, so I know why. Ricky Stark's theme is a banger too, by the way. I like that New Orleans feel to it. Yeah, I thought this was a good show though. I didn't mind it. Broken Rockstar said 7 out of 10 for him.
It didn't. Yet again, it's another
Middle of the road show.
Yeah,
it was okay. It wasn't the worst. Let's see here. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
It was
barely a thumbs up.
Barely a thumbs up.
Jesus
correct me if I'm wrong, Casey, but I think that's what it is. It's barely.
Jesus says 7.5 out of 10. I'm not mad at it. If that's how you guys feel, that's how you feel, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best middle of the road show, but
next week's show doesn't have a lot of pomp and circumstance either. You got Cody in the TNT Championship, Paige versus 5, Eva Lise versus Diamante. MJF's in action. Falls count anywhere between the Bucks, Butcher, and Blade. That sounds cool. Jericho, Hager, Jurassic Express.
Listen, I get off the.
I'm just old and don't get emojis. I get you, Casey.
I after a while with watching wrestling, I got off the fact of what the card is. I stopped looking at what the card was and started looking at what they do in the match.
Right, because you could really get something good. I'm just saying, when you look at that card, kind of weak.
Yeah, it all depends on what they do.
Right, and I'm saying that with two women who some probably haven't seen unless they've watched AEW Dark or the pay-per-views. 5, when's the last time we saw 5 in action against Paige?
Right.
Cody, we don't know what to expect. That's a mystery.
Right.
Butcher, Blade, Buck seems like a predictable ending, unfortunately, for Casey's boys.
Right.
MJF in action against who? And then Jericho, Hager, and Jurassic Express is the only okay, which way they're going to go with this.
Right. So it really, a lot of people got to stop looking at the card, or try to stop looking at the card, and just look at what they do in ring. Because I think that's where we miss a lot of great matches. I think we miss a lot of great matches that way because we're like, this card sucks.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take a step back. You can't want to jump on everything right away. Let me see what everyone else is saying. Jocelyn said low 8, not bad. Bean said thumbs up. Also glad they are keeping with the show, donating to charities every year. I love that aspect of Fight for the Fallen as well. Actually, in the description below, I actually have the website if you guys did want to go there to donate. for them as well. Ace, 5 out of 10 with a thumbs up, though. Why is Paige wrestling the Dark Order? Why not? I think that clip from BTE where they said they had Paige, and then he said sent you guys a message, but nobody ever responded. He was like, what? And then, he went off about it. So that's what I assume, Jesus. Broker said Extreme Rules is going to suck. Well, make sure you're on the channel. We'll be reviewing it on here as well. Choke out Jesus and Conrad with straight chair shots like The Rock did to Mick Foley. Whoa. Too much. But thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, we'll be back next week with another AEW review. We haven't missed a show yet. Knock on wood somewhere. So we're doing pretty good with that. Hopefully we make it the entire year without missing a show. I think that'd be a pretty nice feat to do.
Yeah.
Also, Derek, Saturday, Impact Wrestling. You never thought you would see. You never thought it would happen. Derek is watching Impact Wrestling, and so should you. Make sure you guys join us. We're going to try and review that after the fact. Hopefully, I can figure out how to watch that. We'll get something. And maybe Fight will give me a code if you guys message them at Fight TV or at Fight on Twitter.
Right. Be prepared, though. If this pay-per-view is trash, there will be a separate, because I got to protect this man, there will be a separate, I repeat, a separate video off of his name that will be my own personal review. I'm going to be taking my own notes for this. There will be my own personal review if this pay-per-view is trash.
He's not getting away with this. Thank you, Doug. Doug was part of this. And then Sunday, we're reviewing Extreme Rules. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content today. And all of those will be uploaded eventually to audio. So if you guys want to listen to it on the go, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You find it. Look at the link tree down below. Check us out. Order a t-shirt. Thank you for supporting everything pro wrestling. This was a long show tonight, but well worth it. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you guys stay elite. I'm fighting if Chris Bay don't win. Same, Jocelyn. Same. I'm a fan. I like Willie Mack too, though. That's gonna be a tough match for the X Division title. No filter, Derek. Hell yeah, just watch it, Derek. Ace says. I like it. We're gonna end on that note, guys. You guys make sure you join us, and we will be back next week. Peace.